is all about confident dating mindsets. We really wanted to start here because if you can get these mindsets in place, that's going to help you at every stage of dating, from early stages, meeting people, apps and sort of going on a first few dates, all the way through to being in a relationship. So these are really the core underpinning mindsets that you need to have, and then over the next few months we're going to go into specific dating stages and advice for those different areas. The first one that we're going to talk about today is taking responsibility for your own dating experience. Now, for some that might be a little bit different. I think it's very easy in dating to look at how other people treat us and put the blame onto them, and actually take a more of a victim mindset and think, oh no, I don't like how this person's treating me, or this person is treating me, or I'm not meeting the right type of people. However, if we do that, it's very easy to get stuck where we are, rather than think about, okay, how can we change our dating life and start to get what we want, rather than maybe what we've had so far, and change our outcomes and change our results, especially if there's a pattern showing up. So if you're seeing similar experiences with different people, that's where we really need to start looking at how we're showing up and what might be contributing to some of those patterns and some of those experiences. So the first thing to say is that you are in control of your dating experience, and there is always a choice, and you have a number of choices throughout the dating process, a number of choices that you can make. So you get to choose how you value yourself and how you define yourself, and therefore what you pleasantly expect is going to show up in your dating life, and how you expect other people to treat you. Because energetically, if you start to raise your standards and expect certain things, or you're looking for certain traits and actions by other people, if you start to pleasantly expect those, then what you'll see is people tend to start picking up on that. You start showing up in a way which encourages those behaviours. And also, if you value yourself highly, again, people can often pick up on that, or in terms of your behaviours, what you put energy into and don't put energy into will naturally align with how much you value yourself. So that's something that we can choose regardless of how people are showing up for us, and actually usually results in people treating us differently because we're looking after ourselves. We also can teach people how to treat us based on how we treat ourselves and how we treat others. So you can be a leader in your dating connections and in relationships, in terms of being honest, open communication, how you look after yourself, what sort of dates you expect to be going on, etc. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to initiate all those things, but you can show up in a way which is how you want other people to treat you, and show through your actions how you expect to be treated. We also get to choose to what extent we prioritise dating in our lives, or allow it to affect us. So we can keep the focus on us and make sure that we're still getting our work done, seeing friends, seeing family, maintaining those relationships, continuing our self-care routines, going to the gym, eating healthy, whatever it is that we want to do. And through doing those things and feeling better about ourselves, not only are we going to have more fun and enjoy dating more, but we're going to put potentially less pressure on our dating life to give us happiness that we're really responsible for giving to ourselves, or making sure that we create. So that's another thing that we need to keep an eye on. Are we really focused on ourselves and keeping the focus on us, and dating be something that is adding to our lives, or potential partners adding to our lives, rather than filling any gaps? And what we often see with some of our clients or people that we work with is that they use dating for a social life, or to make them happy, or to make them feel good about themselves. Those are really things that we should make sure are in our life anyway, and then dating just adds to it. Another area that we have to take responsibility for is our own mental health. Obviously, dating can be quite uncertain, and some people find that quite tricky, but we need to make sure that we're prioritising ourselves and doing those things that keep our mental health positive, and only giving the energy to dating that we can, or a particular person, and not looking to somebody else to, again, improve our mental health for us. So again, whether that's sort of meditating or breath work or whatever other self-care routines that you have, making sure that those stay in place while you're dating. Because what can happen is that once we start dating somebody and get more into the seeing stages, particularly, or in a relationship, we can let some of that focus on us or maintaining our mental health go, and look increasingly to that other person to make us feel a certain way, whereas we really need to keep that within ourselves. So if we're being very deliberate about how we're valuing ourselves, keeping the focus on us, keeping our mental health positive, and being deliberate about where we put our energy. So leaning into experiences that match how we value ourselves and how we want people to show up for us, and removing our energy or communicating with someone if they're not showing up how we desire, then it should create an overall very positive, calm, enjoyable dating life. And you don't feel like you're necessarily missing anything or have to fill any gaps, even if it is quieter, because we still have a really full life to fall back on.